We are deep into the holiday season. For many, it is a wonderful time of year.
But not for everyone. It can also be a time filled with mental health struggles. And KEZI 9 News reporter Ariel Yakabazi joins us live in the studio to tell us more about what's called the holiday blues.
Yeah, Matt Renee, it's certainly a tough time of year for everyone. You've got to pay for gifts, make extravagant meals, and deal with lots of family members. And for many of us, this can lead to the holiday blues.
It's a beautiful, wonderful time.
Joyous, happy, cheer, all words to describe the season. But for a lot of us, the stress of the holidays really gets to us.
It's funny, I just felt a little bit of that yesterday.
Sandra says she knows the feeling.
I have 2 living children. My middle child died 21 years ago. So that, anytime there is we all have certain things that we mark, whether it's Thanksgiving without someone or Christmas or certain, my youngest high school graduation, things like that. They're triggers, and it's just part of my life.
And in 2010, I came close enough to killing myself. I can tell you what the barrel of my gun tastes like, literally.
According to the CDC, holiday suicides are actually a myth, but it's still the 9th leading cause of death here in Oregon. It's why advocates like Frank King do everything they can to help save a life.
I've been doing comedy for a long time. I always wanted to make a living and a difference.
Frank has been a comedian for close to 4 decades and says many people wouldn't know he suffers from depression and suicidal thoughts.
People, when they come to a show of mine, keynoting, they have an idea in their brain what mental illness looks and sounds like. And then they're looking at me. Seems pretty high functioning. Are you sure he's depressed and suicidal?
After he tried to take his own life several years ago, he decided to become an advocate.
I think we'd save lives if you allowed people to speak openly about him.
And he does this through his stand-up comedy and TEDx talks.
Somebody asked me, does it trigger you to tell your story over and over? No.
Other local advocates say if you're feeling down this holiday season, there's ways you can find help, and you're encouraged to speak out.
Allow it to happen instead of trying to pretend it's not an issue.
And there are lots of ways you can get help that you need. The National Suicide Hotline is now 988. That number is right there behind me. Please don't hesitate to call that number anytime, any day. Live in the studio, Ariel Yakabazi, KEZI 9 News.